We're going to start off food processor, get some Oreos going here. Sorry, I was giggling while I was doing this because I was thinking about how you guys can't see this, but my food processor is plugged in with an extension cord because it doesn't quite reach, and this is some heavy-duty cookie going on. So we got some Oreos blended up, and I'm going to go for some cream cheese, of course. And for this, since I didn't do the entire bag of Oreos, I'm just going to do some of the cream cheese, but you would do a whole 8 ounces of cream cheese with an entire bag of Oreos to make 30 truffles maybe. 30 is never enough. These are seriously amazing. People ask for them now. People on diets eat them. It's great. So we'll get some cream cheese in here. Maybe a little more. You can never have enough cream cheese, right? Okay. Alright. Mix it up again. You mix it until it starts to like kind of clump up into this big ball, and with clean hands you will grab out about a spoonful. Sometimes I have a little cookie dough scoop or like a melon baller kind of thing. Ball them up. This makes a little truffle. We're going to dip it in chocolate later, which is amazing. The other thing you can do, sometimes I will ball these up like this and then kind of squish them down, and it makes about the size of an Oreo cookie. And then with these, well, I'll show you later, it's a surprise. So you just ball some of these guys up, put them on a cookie sheet lined with wax paper, and then what you'll do is start melting the chocolate. Put them in the freezer for overnight. They're going to have to sit for a long time. And trust me, you want to let them sit overnight, because if they don't sit long enough, they're really hard to work with later when you're dipping them in chocolate. I got the extension cord, I'll just move this out of the way. Okay, luckily, some are already frozen for us. Meanwhile though, I was melting chocolate back here, and it's melting rather quickly. I use chips, melt faster, but you know, really use whatever you want. And what I've used is dark chocolate, Ghirardelli dark chocolate, and they're delicious. You can use milk chocolate too. I've definitely done that as well, and people love it. So we'll get some of these melted down a little more. It's going to be hot. And I'll get my pan ready, wax lined pan again, because we're going to put them back into the freezer once they're dipped in chocolate. And I just used some toothpicks to kind of help me dip them. So here's what they will look like once they are frozen. Nice and hard and easier to work with. These have been frozen overnight. We're getting there, we're getting there. Alright, the nice thing about this, when I go to dip them, which I'm probably ready now, is they don't have to be pretty because we're going to drizzle some white chocolate over the top and you'll never know the difference. So you don't even have to be a great cook to do this, which is why I do it so well. I'm going to use the spoon to kind of help me make sure I've covered everything. Also, big thing, you probably all know this, I learned from a mistake that you don't burn chocolate. It burns really easily. Weird. So, I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit. It'll stay melted. And if it starts to kind of clump up in the end, as you get to the end of the, because if you're doing like 30 of these guys, by the end it'll start clumping up. So you just turn up the heat again, it'll get nice and smooth. It's like perfect right now. So we've got one of these balls in there. I'm going to do a cookie. The cookie shaped guy. Dip them. Perfect. Kind of let it drip off. These can be kind of messy to make. Actually, they can be very messy to make. Let's be real here. I'm gonna take that off the heat. But this is the melted guys. What you can do is just, when it gets hard enough, you can twist. You can kind of get the toothpick out of there. It's not really working right now. So I am just going to put them in the freezer. You'll let them freeze until the chocolate gets hard again, and then you can even at that time pull the toothpick out. Don't even worry about the little hole it'll leave because you'll drizzle chocolate over the top and nobody will know the difference. Into the freezer we go. Ta-da! Melted chocolate. Let's get some white chocolate going. By the way, since this is the last week, I'll just say thank you now, because this has been a really awesome experience, and I feel like I've actually pushed myself to the limit. I've never done a video online. I've never attempted to do anything like this, which is why the editing is so bad. But thank you, because it's been a good experience. So next step, white chocolate burns the worst. It'll make a black mark and you don't want that. Just make sure this doesn't burn. I think we're good. Just white chocolate chips melted in a bowl. You really don't even need that many. It'll go a long way. Mix it up till it's smooth, of course. Ooh man, these are delicious. I'm excited. And my family's gonna be really excited when they come home and realize that I have made these Oreo truffles. Alright, here we go. Drizzling it. Just with a spoon over the top. It's super easy. You really cannot make a mistake. Well, sometimes I make like huge clumps on there, but nobody seems to complain. Yum, yum, yum. I don't know how you can go wrong with cream cheese, Oreos, dipped in chocolate. I promise you, this recipe will be a hit. Alright, these are looking good. Just going to show you. That wasn't a very good job of showing you. I also will sometimes put some then like nut topping or coconut on the cookies because they'll sit on there when they're flat like that.